34 is a resolution approving a certified survey map to combine the existing parcel.
Oh, that's on economic development.
no, I'm sorry,
Year
I'm on-
25.
I'm on the wrong page here. There we go. I'm sorry. Administration Committee to order. I am on the wrong page. Thank you. I note that all members of the Administration Committee are here.
Still here.
Item number 25, a substantial amendment to the fiscal year 2017 through fiscal year 2019
Motion to approve.
community development. This is the public hearing item that we had. It's recommended to adopt. I have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion?
Nope.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
It is adopted. Item number 26.
What, me?
Marissa.
Hey.
Item number 26 is a summons complaint in the matter of City of West Dallas versus Seagrave Fire Apparatus LLC regarding breach of contract, case number 2023-CV-9079.
This is closed session, right?
Yeah, and I don't have this posted as a closed session.
They updated it on an email. They
Updated?
just
Yeah, do you want the-
updated it
Okay.
today, I think. So maybe we hold that for Kale.
We're going to wait for Kale.
Okay.
Okay.
So you want to flip over to,
So we will,
27?
Administration Committee will go into recess.
Do
That
we
was the
want to
last.
do 20? Oh, that's Public
That's
Works.
Public
Sorry,
Works.
sorry.
it's just
Okay.
those two.
I will call the Economic Development Committee to order. Please note that all members are present. Item number 34, resolution approving a certified survey map to combine the existing parcel at 9422 West National Avenue and 9400 West National Avenue into one parcel.
Motion to approve.
That's it.
Any discussion? All in favor? All right. Any opposed? Ayes have it. Number 35, resolution to approve a change in ownership for the economic development loan to Brewski's Enterprises LLC, DBA Oak Brewing Company, located at 6749, 6751 West National Avenue.
Madam Chair,
Yes.
there's a correction here. So as of yesterday, it's no longer a new entity. It will stay as West Dallas Brewing Company LLC, doing business as Oak Brewery.
Oh.
What we're gonna be recommending, or part of this is the amendment, would be one of the partners would be removed of the guarantees associated with the loans. And that's what the SBA, with their personal financing, has recommended. So there's John Onopa and Kyle, I can't remember his last name offhand, Sis? Those are the two main partners of the business, and Adam, the third partner, would be removed from the guarantees. So this resolution, Kale said we could amend tonight
Okay.
to make that change, and we can move forward.
So the resolution is to change that it's not new, the name that it's listed as,
Correct.
and removing the third
Partner.
partner. Does
Make a
anyone make the
motion?
motion?
I'll make
to-
a motion on the amendment to keep the ownership name as it is, but remove the partner who's being bought out.
I'll second that motion.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it.
Thank you.
Number 36, number 37 were moved to Public Safety Committee. So now we have number 38, new Class B Tavern and Public Entertainment License for Bourbon Bar and Grilled, DBA Bourbon Bar and Grilled, 6300 West Lincoln Avenue, Agent Manuel Goday Gonzalez. Hi, guys. Did you want to come on up?
Welcome back.
I brought menus so you guys could look at her.
Okay. So we were updated that the occupancy and the health license was obtained. At the last meeting, it looks like it was just applied for, not obtained. You do now have a valid driver's license, correct? And then both of you completed the bartender service course.
Correct. Because when I applied, I mean, background check, we already did it. So I was confused of what you guys actually meant at the last time.
Right.
If you guys just wanted the course but I paid for both.
Okay.
I paid for bartender license for both as well.
Okay. So you applied for a bartender's license?
Yeah, so.
Okay.
Is that okay? or
Yeah,
do I get more money?
it would be recommended that the owner of the bar maintain a bartending license because someone has to be on premise all the time with a valid license. I had just a couple of follow-up questions. Can you remind me, who's going to be managing the business?
We're going to hire a bar manager and as well as a kitchen manager. But my dad is going to be on the premises 24/7 as well as,
We live upstairs anyway.
Okay. And there's just one apartment upstairs or two?
Just one.
Just one. So you would be the only person living upstairs. Okay. Which will help because part of the calls that were part of this place, the 30 calls that we had mentioned the last meeting, part of that didn't have to do with the actual establishment. It was for the premise, but part of it was up for the occupants upstairs, not necessarily calls for the business. Now, there were still 12 calls in 1 year, 3 disorderly conduct, 2, that were specific to the actual license. And this being the first time, obviously, owning a bar restaurant, it's different clientele, different aspects. I would make a motion to approve this with conditions. And my personal opinion on the conditions would be that the principal business shall be a restaurant. So that means maintaining food. You don't have to, while you're open, you don't have to be serving food, but what that means is that the kitchen has to be operational while you are operational. So you can't, in a month, say, we're not going to do food anymore, we're sticking to frozen pizza and cocktails. Obviously, part of the standard is no alcohol on the patio past 8 p.m., that there's video surveillance on the interior and exterior. You, based on the previous issues with disorderly patrons, some of them were actually assault against the employees working there. No pool table, and then security Friday and Saturday nights.
No problem.
yes.
I would second that.
And then, does anyone have any further discussion or items they would like to?
Madam Chair, I guess I'm looking for some clarification. So are you saying that with this food restriction, that whenever they're open, their kitchen has to be open?
Their kitchen has to be operational, but
So,
if
but
the
let's say the kitchen closes at 10,
they can stay open.
they can stay open until midnight or whatever
Or to whatever's on the.
on the
yeah.
application. And that brings me to the application. Does the application still say not open on Mondays? I
I
reckon,
still have to modify that. I can't legitly go and modify it on my end in the portal.
Or we can change another day, like you said last time, Monday's the good day.
well, yeah, I don't want you thinking,
That's a good
I
idea.
want you to operate within the business model that you're describing to us.
Even, like, be
And you should be open Mondays, sometimes.
Open on Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Right.
want us to be open on Monday.
Yeah.
But I can't edit it when I log into my portal.
Okay.
Yeah, well, so maybe make an appointment and come in and meet with someone from the clerk's office and do that in person. I guess my concern was that you made some representations last time, said you had the food license, said you had and you didn't, so some misunderstanding there. And I just want to make sure that you do understand all the rules. One other question, and I don't know if they changed it, and perhaps the city attorney knows. I believe on the application, you said you're going to keep your liquor receipts at the bookkeepers. But my understanding is the liquor receipts need to be on the licensed premises.
Right? Yep, on the premises, that's correct.
Okay. So good, reading through your application, it said bookkeeper.
Okay.
So just make a note of that, understand that they haven't changed that, I assume. That way, if a Department of Revenue agent comes and wants to
have
do an
those
inspection,
receipts.
that you have the matching receipts for all your inventory. Okay.
I'll just- Okay.
Yeah, that was the only points I had.
I have one question. Last time we come here, you said the patio, we can live in more than, to be 8 o'clock, like midnight, like special, like right now it's 8 o'clock and it's still nice
Still
outside,
light.
like you can see, like, I don't know if
There's no
it can, if it's not, no problem for me.
Like for like
Probably
baseball
little
games, or
debate
we
or
have
something.
You
like.
cannot serve alcohol on the patio past 8 PM.
Well, under this license, you could apply to have it extended to later hours,
Oh, okay, okay.
correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, well, what's the difference?
Yeah.
So, but we're not approving that at this point?
No.
That wouldn't keep you from opening. You could certainly do that later.
We respect that.
You're
Yeah.
certainly gonna wanna come in and get this Monday added into your license. Into
Absolutely.
your business
Yeah,
plan.
that now.
No,
They didn't update that?
no, they said they had difficulty doing it through the portal.
Like on our
So I
portal.
recommended that they come in and work with staff on that, so.
Unless there's another reason that we're delaying it, if you want to make that amendment right now, that's certainly fine. The records will update to reflect that change.
Okay, well. Well, I
Okay.
move that we amend the application to include Monday service hours that parallel their Tuesday and other weekday service hours.
Okay. And then that would be with the approval of the conditions
Yes, yes.
of principal business shall be a restaurant. Obviously, no alcohol on the patio after 8 PM. Video surveillance, interior and exterior. No pool tables, and security Friday and Saturday.
No problem. We promise.
And we wish you luck. You know, just
Yeah.
make sure you're up on what needs to be displayed, where it needs to be displayed. You know, all those you want to set yourself up for success, and the last thing you need is because you don't have a piece of paper hanging on the wall that you're getting dinged. So before you open, I would highly recommend that you make sure to spend a lot of time knowing exactly what is the requirements, what it is. You train your staff properly, because the staff had issues last time, and some of it involved in their staff being assaulted. So we don't want to see that clearly. And we wish you success, but, you know,
And I mean, I appreciate you guys, bringing that up,
Thank
because if you guys didn't care, we are willing to work with you guys, as well with our police force and
We come
Yes.
to
to our
business,
community.
So, Metro Run, like, especially the guy, he have a lot of problems in the building.
And
They
we
say
fixed it.
repair everything. I want to be straight,
yeah.
make sure everything good, no problem, we don't have no problems, and no more headache.
Madam Chair,
Yeah.
just two questions for you. Will you be taking care of the outstanding balance that you have with the clerk's office before you open?
Yes,
that
it's
your
the
skill?
1,000 something, right, with the liquors. I don't know
No, the
what we.
personal
No.
property, the
Personal
100
The
Property taxes?
113?
Madam Chair,
Yes, city attorney?
I
Decker?
believe that was for JD's.
Yeah.
pub.
Okay, that's
even
still
though-
on here.
Since, right?
Even though the record reflects there's no outstanding balance there, it wouldn't be enforceable against another entity.
It's not
Okay.
for them. Okay. And then the other question is, are you planning to sell cigarettes? I see that in here.
No,
Just a small
like we
outside in the
just,
patio sometimes,
yes, but he had vapes back then, so he like recommended us to get our, our tobacco, but we're
I
not.
wouldn't mess with it.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, I think that
Stick
would
to
be-
food and alcohol and what you guys know, and,
yeah, we're primary.
yeah, you
want
don't
food.
need to
This is
become
the-
a vape shop.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was my
Madam
question.
Chair,
Yes.
on the vaping is banned everywhere smoking is banned. I see it occurring in establishments where people vape. I've seen bartenders vaping behind the bar.
I don't
Well,
smoke
yeah,
at all or
yeah,
vape, so yeah, I hate the smell of smoke. So,
Just so you know, vaping's not allowed in the building.
okay.
Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, the ayes have it. Item 39, thank you very much.
Thank you,
Good
guys.
luck.
Thank you, guys.
Leave
Thank
one of
you.
those menus so we can
Yeah,
look.
You guys.
Thank you for the opportunity, okay? Thank you very much.
Thank you. All right, item 39, conditional use permit for Mayo Revelations Medical.
Approval?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it. Item 40, conditional use permit for Mayan State Fair LLC DBA Mayans Market, a proposed gas station neighborhood retail use at 8404 West Greenfield Avenue.
Second.
Any discussion? I have one item. Steve, the resident did bring up one good note. So the property that was the house and the garage that's going to be demolished is going to be the green space. And people can't get to that green space from the backside of the gas station, but could potentially get to it from, obviously, the sidewalk, correct? And the east side. Is there any thought of potentially where that property line is, putting in a fence,
At the sidewalk,
there?
We have the, yeah, the applicants are, hang on. The applicants are here, and they would be happy to address that point. You guys want to come up to the mics? Sure.
And sir, just so you know, this is a discussion among the committee only, so they can open the floor up, but until then, you wouldn't be able to participate. So if you want to have a seat, they can call you up if they have any questions, though. Thanks.
So just with that, would you be willing to consider putting a fence there? And again, we know you're not marketing that as a space for people to hang out, but you might have some teenagers that choose to get some soda and some snacks and hang out there. Nothing wrong with, if you guys allow that, it's your property, right? I don't know, is that gonna be considered loitering in your book? But I do understand the concern from the one neighbor that wants to make it very clear where the gas station property ends and her property begins. Would that be something you guys would be willing to consider?
To basically put a fence between our, the green space and her
And
property?
her
And it-
property.
I'm sorry, but is that the, property to the, what would that be? North.
You're the property to the north, right?
Along the sidewalk, or 2 feet back from the sidewalk or something,
Right.
right?
It would be
So behind our garage, yeah, house.
north. Okay.
It's between our property and their property.
Yeah,
For them, it's good.
Yeah, they're already putting up a fence.
that's what,
They're just making it longer.
But
You're
the
already
fence-
putting a new fence in on the,
correct.
on the,
On the-
on the west and the north side, and now you just wrap it around,
No,
no?
we're just doing the north and west.
Yeah, but now we're suggesting along the east side too. And you might want a gate in it, so you can get the lawnmower in.
east side.
Is that what you're talking about, against the sidewalk?
No, I'm talking, no, not against the
Oh, okay,
sidewalk. So
okay,
directly
okay.
north, where you would have your driveway.
Yeah, yeah.
And there, so.
I thought that was already in the plan.
No, that's only to go from the side of the gas station to the green area,
Yeah.
not to her house.
Oh, okay.
other side of the green area.
Not only that, but if there's landscaping there, then there's gonna be people landscaping right there. right
All the
next
way,
to my
all the way
driveway,
to
and
the
it's like-
street?
Well, not to like, keep it back about 15 feet. You don't want.
Yeah, give me 1 second.
And back up. Not in our, then they will be happy.
No. Oops. I just switched slides, sorry. What the, I don't know if everybody can see this, but what they are planning to do is have the fence
Right.
run along this part of the north property line, then this west property line, and then run the fence again along the north
Yes.
property line to a point where it would probably end.
Exactly.
Maybe in line with this building here
Uh-huh.
or something like that.
Oh.
Right.
That seems reasonable.
I thought it was gonna go all the way up to the sidewalk.
Well, I mean,
The
it
north
could,
fence.
it could go further, closer, but I think you'd wanna keep it set
Aesthetically,
back.
mhm.
At least, some bits of the fence not going all the way out to the sidewalk.
Right.
Um,
The
but
front yard fence.
Some setback is realistic, you know, given the front yards in the area and other homes in the area, line it up with that.
Yeah.
Madam Chair, is there a plan to have lighting back there or motion lights or anything that if there's something going on back there that it's,
No,
I'm
we
just
can-
concerned about the,
We can do something behind our building, the light, we can do that.
Like a motion light.
Motion light.
Motion, yeah.
That's fine.
Just like, just so it's not a big spotlight that's gonna light up my house.
Right.
Part of the plan commission's recommendation was get a photometric plan, and so that would be, it's one of the conditions of the
Yep.
approval, so we'll be getting that and reviewing that to ensure that it's secure but not a nuisance to the neighbors.
Yeah, and I think that's a good recommendation. You don't know at, 10 o'clock what some naughty teenagers might be up to in a dark little wooded area.
I have teenagers.
I was a teenager. Is there any, before I open it, is there any other discussion from the council?
I appreciate you guys being willing to hear the feedback and make adjustments.
Oh, thank you very
And
much.
we did have it during, public participation, but we can open it up. I don't want to spend a bunch of time, but if you guys do have a comment that you would like,
Just have a couple of things I wanted to bring up.
yeah, feel free.
You can bring one of
Come up or just?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can be by the microphone somewhere.
We got you a mic.
I've been in that area on 84th Street longer than some of you people are alive. I've been there since 1961. So I've seen gas stations go in and out of the corner and auto service, auto analyzers go in and out of the corner. Since they redid those islands, it's been an issue when it was a gas station with that very limited access. And so that's somewhat of a concern for me. The other thing was that this is kind of going to be similar to a Quick Trip in a lot of traffic, and you're talking about 2 access points with very limited in and out on it. These are just concerns. The other concern is, on the explanation earlier, I didn't see the fence on the north side of that property between their house and that property. And I was going to bring up that years ago, I used to own that house, that's that property now. And back in the 80s or 90s, there was a city ordinance that required a 6-foot-high barrier between that gas station facility and any residential property. And I guess you're going to address that with, now you're going to put a fence across the entire north
and west, yes.
end of that lot line of the former residential property.
Nobody can go back to your property, it's gonna be fenced, both
Well,
sides.
their property now.
Fine.
Yep,
Okay,
correct.
that's all I had to bring up.
Thank you.
Okay, if there's no other,
Yeah, I guess I just wanted to ask the question about, I mean, is there just in general, an ordinance or an idea about like stuff being open 24 hours? I just, you know, when I look at an area like that, and then I start thinking about the foot traffic, I don't have a problem with the gas station. I think it's great. There was a gas station there before. I don't have a problem with people being able to buy gas at the pumps. I'm just not sure about, and I don't want to take business, I mean, maybe you guys know, I mean, is there really that much stuff sold between 2 in the morning and 5 in the morning that it's worth having it open?
Madam
I
Chair.
just think the type of people that are going to be coming in there at that time are the ones walking down the street. I'm already picking up I can't tell you how many empty cigar packets I pick up in my front yard. You know, all this kind of stuff that goes on between, 2 in the morning and 5 in the morning. I just,
So, Madam Chair,
that's my
the,
concern. And I'm just kind of surprised that just as a city that, we don't, I know people have said, oh, people were worried about the beer or whatever. That was never my issue. I mean, if I owned a business that sold beer, I understand why some of the other businesses right in the area were concerned, but that really, that you guys can't sell it after 9 o'clock. What goes on between 3 and 5 or 2 and 5 that it needs to be open?
So, Madam Chair, and this is the issue with opening the floor, sometimes is when people participate like this, the comments have to be directed at the chair or at the body, not at the applicant.
Okay.
So you can ask the.
And my comment in general is kind of too, just as a city, like, what do we deem as something that's worth being open 24 hours a day and something that's not? So I'll leave it at that. That's
Thank you.
I just kind of feel like,
You can be happy with us. I'm in the business 35 years, and I have 2 stations in West Dallas, 120 in Greenfield and 92nd in Cleveland.
okay,
Even Wauwatosa Highway 100 in Wisconsin. What is 24 hour is safety for our employees, got in and out. And second is slow time, they clean up all the store
Right.
and fill the soda and everything ready for morning, like people go to 5 o'clock work.
when it's quiet for you.
Quiet, and they have fresh coffee or something like that. That's the reason it opens
Right.
24 hours.
Well,
Thank you.
And I get it, I'm.
So, Madam
kind of
Chair,
as a city-
I apologize for interrupting, but the colloquial between the
Yeah.
members is really supposed to not
Yeah,
be like
okay.
that. So if you have any further comments for the committee, that's great. Otherwise, if they have responses for the committee, that'd be great. But I
Yeah,
just really
no.
don't want to get too much into the
No.
back and forth.
No, I just.
Thanks.
you.
Just wanted to, share that, and I was kind of curious too, from a city standpoint, when you
yeah, no
guys
current
look at it.
ordinance in place on restrictions of 24-hour operations.
Madam Chair,
Yeah.
generally that's addressed through the conditional use permit process.
And Madam Chair, if I might add, on that
Yes.
issue, that neighborhood has changed. There's a hotel there now, 2 blocks away.
Yep.
And McDonald's, I believe, is open
24 hours.
24/7. So there is already kind of a late-night vibe there. And I could see that maybe as a guest at the hotel, if I was there and I got in after midnight, and I didn't want to drive down to Pick and Save, I don't think Pick and Safe's open late night anymore either. So it could be a real amenity for some, I mean, hopefully it will be an amenity for people. so.
I mean, some people work
Yeah.
third shift.
Yeah.
Also coming home from work. Stopping.
And that'll be up to management. If they run a clean place, don't tolerate stuff, and so,
It's gonna be,
Madam Chair?
okay.
it's gonna be nice, you know.
Yes.
Thank you.
That was me. Kind of to echo what the business owners said, having a significant other who's done this type of business for just as long in a 24-hour environment, it is a really keen opportunity time for them to clean up, to get their stuff ready for the next day, to prep. And there is still, from what I've seen in the several locations that we've dealt with, a significant amount of traffic to make it worth it, in my opinion.
Thank you.
I would also voice a similar support for that. We really don't have much in West Dallas other than McDonald's that's open 24/7. So when we were foster parents, if we needed medicine in the middle of the night, we were going to Greenfield to a 24-hour Walgreens, where many times that's available at this kind of corner market. So I'm excited to see it join the community.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, there was a motion and a second? Yes. Okay, all in favor?
Just to be,
Yes.
before the vote, just to clarify what conditions are being imposed in addition?
Oh, yes. So, does someone want to make the motion with the conditions of the fence?
Oh, yeah, I can move to include the condition of the fence.
And the photometric plan that
Well,
you're gonna
that's all
work out
part
with
of the planning
staff. You're gonna
process,
work out
right?
with staff, yeah.
Yep.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it. Is there anything else to come before the Economic and Development Committee?
Congrats, guys.
Move to adjourn?
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Ayes have it, we are adjourned, thank you.
Okay. And we're going to call the Administration Committee back into order to deal with item number 26. I'll note that all 5 members are still present, and City Attorney Cale Decker has joined us. Item number 26 is a summons and complaint in the matter of the City of West Dallas versus Seagrave Fire Apparatus LLC regarding breach of contract, case number 2023-CV 9079. Is there a motion to go into closed session for this? And a second?
Second.
Mr. Chair, if I could just read it out quick.
Sure, I can
So-
read it. For agenda item number 26, the Administration Committee may convene in closed session pursuant to the provisions of Wisconsin Statute Section 1985, 1 sub G, for the purpose of conferring with legal counsel for the governmental body who is rendering oral or written advice concerning strategy to be adopted by the body with respect to litigation in which it is or is likely to become involved. Administration Committee may reconvene in an open session after completion of this closed session to consider the balance of the agenda. We have a motion and a second. Alderperson Keene.
Aye.
Alderperson Grope.
Aye.
Alderperson Novak.
Aye.
Alderperson Nowling.
Aye.
And the chair votes aye. We are in closed session.
Turn off the microphone.
Readers outside. vote on open session?
Yeah, just an
Yeah,
voice
all in
vote.
favor? Okay, we're in open session.
If you could turn your mics on then.
And so we're back in open session, and item number 26. What are
Mr.
we-
Chair.
Attorney
If,
Decker?
if anyone would be willing to do so, a motion to authorize the city attorney to proceed negotiations as discussed during closed session would be in order.
So moved. Seconded.
We have a motion and second. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Proceed as directed. No further business coming before the administration committee. I'd entertain a motion to adjourn.
I move to adjourn.
And a second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
We are adjourned.
So,
Alderwoman King?
Dana?
Don't leave.
Can I verify, I just need to verify, some of your,
For Bourbon Bar?
yeah,
We,
for Bourbon
we
Bar,
approved,
so, just one second here.
Bourbon Bar and Grill.